Gareth Hughes, classic Goldstrike is his ride here for our Defender 4-star Grand Prix at Royal Windsor. Gareth, a 4-time starter now here at Royal Windsor in the International Dressage. Goldstrike, 13 years old, and from Gareth's point of view, looking to find the follow-on horse for Classic Prix. Goldstrike went to the International at Hickstead at the beginning of last year, finished 6th in the Grand Prix then, but is already off to a very, very positive start. I mean, Gareth conveys this level of quality in his riding. He is very, very secure. He produces his horses beautifully. It's wonderful to have that shot so close up, because that gives you a sense of how close Mike Kosinski is, judging at sea, and he will have seen that little bit of movement in the horse's mouth. And again, it's all these tiny details. We can look at some of the overall and draw your attention to the head and neck position, or the hind legs punching through in a change, but the judges are amazing in their ability to take in the whole picture and look and analyze all those details, just like, say, a gymnastics judge or something is looking for the absolute ultimate position of the end of a finger. So the score trend looking like 70-71% yes. And that Piaf passage, for that to be averaging over 7 is really going to help. They are important movements to get. They're important movements to get right. Just hold, the horses can go, at A, am I going to rein back again? Oh, things happen at M. They need to stay calm. They need to get that transition. I think Gareth maybe uses a step or two of trot before really establishing the passage. It is a direct upward transition to passage, but of course, if you can ride that and ride it for a 10, that is really, really quite excellent. And save for those Olympian heights of dressage riding, some of us mere mortals have to, take a bit of a shortcut and an easier route there. And for classic Goldstrike, Gareth just elects, or has to accept maybe, from Goldstrike that step or two of trot. I think what's fascinating when you really need to sit and watch these tests, how the Grand Prix, scheduled at 9-minute intervals, it's actually a very busy test. You're not long in canter, and here you're riding this first diagonal, the 2 tempi changes. They're very important. They're a big score in the test. Single change here at the end. Yeah, the 2 tempis 4.6. It did certainly look like there was an error towards the end, and that is going to be harming the overall score. Still sitting over 70 on the average of the moves so far. So I think 7.8 for the zigzag. That's, that is coming out fighting. That is going back, having had an error in the two tempies, and saying, do not worry about my changes. Do not worry about my accuracy. Hopefully the one tempies come through as well. I don't think he was as brave in the one tempies as he might have been planning to be. They looked like they finished relatively early. He had a good few strides just of riding down to the corner of the ring before he started his next movement. Overall 7.6. So, who knows what he might have been able to ride for if the two tempies had gone well. Nice to have the security of a flying change that's going to get a 7.6 between the two pirouettes. There has to be some 9s, you would say, maybe in there. Certainly 8s, 8.5s in that pirouette. That's, again, very, very positive to see. It won't change what he has planned for tomorrow, and it probably reinforces what he has planned for tomorrow. But knowing that those are, have ridden well today, when he comes to ride those aspects and elements of his freestyle floor plan tomorrow, changes, notwithstanding today's two tempi error and canter pirouettes, he's got to feel super confident. I mean, that's another aspect of this Grand Prix that plays through. It's going to really help shape the confidence of what they do ride and what they choose to work on going into freestyle tomorrow. So Gareth Hughes and Classic Goldstrike are our latest Grand Prix completion here in the Defender 4-star Grand Prix at Royal Windsor Horse Show, and very much looking like they are going to take up the lead in our competition so far. Gareth's whole family involved in the sport as well.